Hello everyone, my name is Rituro, and this is my life in Silver League? No, I'm in Gold! If you can believe it, I've been given so many AFK wins in this Silver season that I got bumped up to Gold. I don't deserve to be here, I don't know if I'm going to stay here for much longer, but the point is for now, I am in Gold League. My opponent today, level 50 Gold Leaguer playing Zerg, his name is Schnittbrot. There you go, Schnittbrot, very nice. Playing Zerg here. Now this is one of the new maps for the 2015 latter season. I'm not honestly, I'm not overly overwhelmed by it. I mean, it's nice enough. You got your natural expansion right above you. Very easy macro expansion if you are, for any race. You got your low ground just below you here. The rocks leading to another expansion just over here. This would be your third or fourth, perhaps. And right in the middle, we have collapsible rocks on this highway. So, high yield expansion is also right there for the daring. Obviously, so it could be an interesting map. Right now, I'm not really feeling it, but I'm sure that will change as the ranked season progresses. For now, let's skip ahead to the good stuff, as this is my first gold match of the season, so we'll see if I've learned anything whatsoever from my time in Silver League. Early scout here, not a shocker. Checking out to see what is what on this new map. No spawning pool as of yet, which makes sense. Going for hatchery first on a map like this. Why wouldn't you? If you have that natural available, why wouldn't you scout it as soon as possible? I will see it's happening, so I know the timing. I know what is what. Now, I am a little bit slow on the barracks as well, so I couldn't quite get a Marine over there to harass, but as you've seen in previous episodes, I have been able to get decent harass off when I know I have a Zerg player who's playing heavy macro. At this point, though, you can see Schnittbrot does bring over the drone for the spawning pool, so that does remove that question, or remove that from the equation, I should say. There's not going to be any good chance there to get a Marine out the front door. I'm, however, going to finally get the Spidey Bob and running through the front door is at least walled off. Orbital is on the way. I'm focusing purely on mineral here. One thing that I'm doing more and more of, I'm finding, as I progress in ladders, I'm really delaying Vespene in my Terran builds. Really focusing heavily on getting that second base up before investing in gas. Having a solid block of Marines on the front seems to be working well for me. I have dabbled in putting down just the one reactor, just getting enough to get a tech lab, or maybe a reactor onto the barracks, but I'm finding more and more that it makes more sense for me to have just the pure mineral production, and especially on a map like this where I can walk up to the back here and get this command center up and running. Why wouldn't I? 2 queens on the way here for Schnittbrot. His spawning pool is done. Double the queen, double the macro. Hasn't done a worker transfer as of yet. We may see that sooner than later, though he is sending out his overlords to scout, as you do. Very nice indeed. My scout here revealing no thirds or fourths just yet, scaring off the overlord away from the back of my base, so he will be forced to boogie on out, as slow as that can be called a boogie. Meanwhile, second barracks is done. More Marines being pumped out. I have just managed to slap down the command center. That explains the lack of resources. And up comes the supply depot because I am slowly, I want to stress this, slowly getting better about managing my supply block. It's not perfect. It's not perfect by a long shot, but it's better than it has been in matches past. Metabolic boost coming up here now for Schnittbrot. Good timing here. Refinery, double refinery now on the way as I've got my expansion. Now I want that gas, and I want it in a hurry, hence the double gas on the back of this double racks with Marine. Spending the money as fast as I get it, which is good, fairly efficient. Engineering bay on the way as well to get those turrets up. I know I've seen an overload, I haven't seen much of anything else here. And my scouting SCV has revealed not but macro, which makes me think maybe it's going to be Ling Muta, and if that's the case, I do want to have those missile turrets up and ready. Though here is the extra queen now at the main hatchery. Making life a little bit miserable for this poor scouting SCV, but I will say that is excellent worker saturation here by Schnittbrot. Excellent. There's a bit of a worker transfer right there. There you go. Down goes the scouting SCV. 2, 3 Vespene extractors on the way. One existing but not used at all, as he's got enough to get that spawning pool. Take the drones off gas. That's how you do it. Make sure you get enough minerals on the table to get those extra hatcheries, get those extra lings, get those queens on the field, because that is how you play Gold Zerg. Something I could probably learn from. Third hatchery now coming down here. This is probably a good choice here for the third base. You're on a bit of high ground so you can defend. It does have 3 access points, which is not the best. I say 3 because you got the Reaper Hop there and the 2 walls. But it is a good point to put your third base, since going over here just isn't as quick to swing the army around and get to. So yeah, that makes more sense with the third base there. Meanwhile, back at home, we have the 3rd barracks underway, the reactor on the way here to try and get as many Marines on the field with those minerals. Mr. Turret's now going up as well. As you can see, I have defended, I think, decently well against scouting, against lings, or not lings, against muta. In theory, I have done a worker transfer. As you can see, moving the workers off of the main mineral line up to the expansion. Not a bad idea, but I am behind on the worker count. Quickly here at the army supply. Army supply 16 to 14 in favor of Schnittbrot. 44 to 28 is the worker supply disparity. Schnittbrot absolutely killing me in the macro game, and that indeed is a huge problem. There are the lings on the field. There 2 will go out and scout. He can afford to send 2 out there. What I have really failed to do here is take advantage, or even get a worker advantage here. Allowing my Zerg opponent to really get that many drones on the field is going to kill me here. Absolutely kill me. You can't keep pace in the macro game. You are going to be in trouble. I am trying madly to get more SCVs and mules on the field. At least the mules are making up some of that difference, which isn't too bad. You're looking here at the income. It is, you know, close. But 60 harvesters to 32. I mean, if you want to talk efficiency-wise, that's pretty darn good off of 32 harvesters. But the problem is Schnittbrot is just absolutely beating me on the macro game, and on 3-base Zerg with the ability to expand to 4th and 5th uncontested, that is going to be a problem. Factory on the way now to move up that tech tree. Tech lab is done off the back of double reactor on these 2 racks. We should be seeing stim soon, and indeed I'm floating enough mineral to do so, but I'm not doing it. Tisk tisk. Level 1 weapons are on the way though. Good job, I mean, to get that up and running. Mr. Turret's on the way here on the other side of the base to try and keep any sort of sneaky plays from dropping in. It's a precautionary measure, not really a necessary one, but hey, I had the minerals to burn if I were thinking. But all the minerals I had to burn, I would have. There we go, there's that stim, a very delayed stim here, as I get more units pumping out the door here, alleviating the supply block, which is also good, though I am coming right up against it, and Schnittbrot is indeed supply block as he waits on his 3 more overlords. Now here's the problem. 2 Evo Chambers is not good for me. There's a worker transfer, also not good for me. There are the Banelings getting all ready to rock and roll. That's definitely not good for me. Though I do have, I mean, a decent Bioforce here. It will get absolutely wrecked if those Banelings are not checked. Ooh, I rhymed. Hey, how about that one? Wrecked and checked. This is where you get the good stuff for me, folks. Anyway, there is that tech lab, which means siege tanks should be up next year. I am supply block. Will be alleviating that as fast as I possibly can here. There is the Spire, 11-minute Spire. Not out of the ordinary at all. He's got the macro. He's got tons of minerals in the bank here. A little bit low on the gas. That is being fixed, though, as it is being fully mined as fast as Zerglingly possible. It's not humanly possible. I mean, they're not human. They're Zerg. There you go. Being technical. Works out. And with the factory done, that means we should be seeing tanks now to try and counter this. However, with 36 more lings on the way here, centrifugal hook's almost done along with 1-1. And there's the first one. Now the second one will be just about done, and there it is. 2 should be coming up next year. There's the level 2 attacks. The level 2 armor should be queued up here, and there it is. So already the tech advantage going here to Schnittbrot as the infestation bit is slapping down, so we should be seeing layer tech leading into hive tech. And no actual layers on the field. Oh, there we go. He's chosen the natural for his lair. Not a bad idea, because it is far easier to defend and fall back to. So that's actually a good call there by Schnittbrot to put the lair on the higher ground. So hive tech should be up there as well. High-sec auto-tracking almost done, as is Stimpack, as I'm predicting that I may need those turrets have much better range than they have right now. Again, decent Bioforce. Problem is, Banelings don't care about your bio. In fact, they love it. However, I do have 3 starports there, and there indeed, that Overseer is in the exact wrong part of the world. It will drop the Changeling, but down will go the Overseer. Not that it's going to stop Schnittbrot from being supply blocked anytime soon. He's got plenty of supply in the bank there, and he can easily build more if he needs to. 2 more hatchers on the way here. A proxy hatch at the main, in addition to the 4th base in the less defensible, but still easy to get to location. Great creep spread here so far for Schnittbrot. He's got a good portion of his side of the map, almost I want to say, we'll call that 40%, 35%, all coverage, which is good for Schnittbrot. He's definitely going to be looking good for getting his army to any base that he needs to defend in a moment's notice, which is great. Meanwhile, we have tech labs coming up here as well as 2 reactors. Meanwhile, more Overseers coming in, does not get the Changeling down, and that will cut even more to the supply. Not really that Schnittbrot's going to carry. Sitting on 123 supply to my 92, so he's winning in every aspect, enduring locusts on the way from the infestation pit, which would mean, you would think that means Swarmos will be on the way as I work on level 1 mech, level 1 bioplating, and level 1 cloaking field. With suppose it only has one level, so let's just call it Cloaking Field. Ship and vehicle weapons level 1 will be nice to help those tanks shoot down the massive mass of lings here as the creep goes right up the highway. There are 5 creep tumors, 1 giant ball there. Perhaps not the best spread, but still, if you want to get up that highway, that's how you do it. A almost direct creep mega line here. As I will move the bio ball out to try and scout my main base. Down goes that first ling. We do not care for your lingness. Down goes another one as the bio ball moves out. This, however, will be met very quickly by the following bio ball. And there come the banelings. All of a sudden I realize, oh dear, I've erred previously. There's a little stim pack starter set, but the banelings are just too strong. Some of the shots will take them down, but it's a massacre as the Ling combo removes the entire army from the field. Siege tank on the high ground will try and keep things together, but that's a huge ask. Hellbats on the way now as Blue Flame is being worked on. Little bit late for this to come to the party, but at least it's starting sooner than later. I am actually running low on minerals after all that, as I attempt to recoup my losses and get more things on the field. Here comes the Muta to back up the Ling, so the Ling Muta play is in full effect. As I, once again, am doing well at alleviating the supply block. At least that will definitely not be a problem. The problem is I'm behind 70 to 173. That, folks, is what you call not good. Meanwhile, level 3 Zerg melee on the way, as well as level 1 Zerg flyer. There's level 3 ground carapace, so this is a tech advantage heavily in favor of Schnittbrot. Those Ling will not be nearly as fragile as they could otherwise be, and certainly with the level 3 attack, those banelings will be absolutely scary. Siege tank on the high ground should be able to keep its eyes clear, and there's a little scan revealing the army is indeed in range here. As I try to get around the barracks there is the siege tank, making sure that that creep tumor doesn't get anywhere close. Second siege tank as well, keeping its eyes out, though that tumor will just manage to get built out of range. Meanwhile, 42 more lings on the way as Schnittbrot is nearly maxed out at full 200. I am nowhere close. I need a third base here. Definitely erred in not getting a third base. I mean, it was well done here by Schnittbrot to keep an eye on everything that was going on. Is that Zerg attacking something? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. He's trying to bust down the rocks for this hidden expansion. That's a nice little feature there, and that one ling has been chipping. How long has that one little ling been chipping away? Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Banshees moving out. This is actually a decent counter here. They can poke down the Queen. That might help. Here comes the Muta. No Overseer in sight, but to be expecting one to be on the back of this, the Banshee backs out, not wanting to feel the wrath of a pack of Mutas. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 Muta. You don't want to be a lone Banshee in the middle of that. Meanwhile, Marines and Vikings on the way to try and counter, which is not the worst idea in the world. Blue Flame is done. Pre-Infernal Igniter is done for the Hellbats. So you would think that would be a decent counter for the ground troops. The problem is those Vikings, will they be able to handle upgraded Mutas? Likely not, especially not with an Ultralisk Cavern on the way. It's just being tech-tastic here for Schnittbrot. He's playing this so well. Massive ball of bio at the back here. All the Ling, while the Lings guard the cavern and the Mutas go up and scout. Now, I may have been able to take advantage here by scouting. I mean, these banelings will indeed fall across because they will blast right into the mech, and down go the tanks. Speedboat Diners sweeping around, trying to clean up the Lings fast and get them, but even the mech can't keep them alive. The Banshees will cloak. The Muta's not nearly dying fast enough. Only took down a couple, and the Banshees will try and poke down, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Siege tank on the low ground will siege up here, trying to find anything and everything to take a shot at. Goes for the creep tumors, is all it can see. Just not the worst thing in the world. In comes the bio to try and get a shot here. It will not happen, though the splash damage does take a shot away at the siege tank. More banelings here. A lot of banelings. Raven now on the way to try and get some secret missiles, I would assume is why I brought this on the field. I have tons of minerals here. I could be getting out more of everything, and indeed, I have the supply to do it, trying to get this command center floated off here. I'm going to find out very soon that is not possible with a Ling in the way, and here come the Mutas going up against Marine backed by Medevac. They take down the siege tank easy as pie, and down will go the tiny little blocks of Marine. This is not good. In comes the Raven. A little bit late to the party. The auto turret goes on trying to form a choke point here. That's not going to hold off a massive Ling with Muta on the back here. Schnittrod having no problem obliterating. Good job here by the Banelings, holding ground. Now they go to work, taking out the supply. I do have plenty of it to burn, but speaking of burning, down go the racks, trying to get some on the field here, but I know it's not going to happen. There's the GG. Schnittrod with a convincing victory. Just a very easy day at the park for him. So I can say what I learned in my first gold match of the 2015 season. Expand. Get that third base. Fell way behind. Did not scout my opponent's very solid, aggressive expansions. Did not respond appropriately. I had a decent, diversified army. We just didn't have nearly enough of it. Was not spending my resources as fast as could be. And paid for it in the end. Just a little slice of my life in silver, or make that gold league. My name is Rituro. Thank you all for watching, everybody. If you like what you've seen, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, tell your friends about the videos being hosted at Steel Swords Productions YouTube page, youtube.ca/steelswords. Of course, you can watch all these episodes recorded live on twitch.tv/Rituro, and you can reach out to me directly on Twitter at @ThatRituroGuy. Once again, my name is Rituro. This is my life in Silver League, or Gold. We'll see you next time.